couples divorce and wonder, like, what was the final straw? Like, why did they end? Well, I'm going to tell you. Now, this is the short version, and I can go into more detail if you have questions. But in 2019, I had an affair. And right before my dirty 30 of going with my girlfriends to Vegas that I planned for myself.
FYI, 2 red flags right away. Any woman who calls her 30s the dirty 30, 304. For the streets, guys, for the streets. Any Jezebel who uses that terminology, dirty 30, no, right? Good girls don't use that expression, dirty 30. Good girls don't. But 304s, harpies, MILFs, these chicks who are damaged, they all use words like that, right? So, and the fact that she planned a trip to go to Vegas with her girlfriends and without her man, red flag number 2. I mean, this chick is just a walking red flag, and already we see the big lion tattoo on her arm here. I've told you guys about women and tattoos just from a psychological standpoint. There's data behind this, that these chicks engage in more risky sexual behaviors. They tend to be antisocial, and they tend to have mental health issues. So these are not the best partners to pair bond with. But if your girl looks like this, don't walk, run.
One of my friends got mad at me and messaged my husband and told him everything. We were 6 weeks from closing on a custom-built house.
Turn your radio off.
But I didn't leave until June 2021. So what happened between August of 2019 and June of 2021?
So she cheated on her husband with some dude in Vegas, and one of her friends, shockingly, told her husband. So good for her friend. Her friend was probably disgusted by her behavior, and I'm pretty shocked about that, because usually these girls, all just have each other's back, and they'll all cover for each other.
Well, after finding out about my affair, he got me into psychotherapy and got us into a religious marriage counselor.
Religious?
Now, props to him for getting me into a psychotherapist, because this man specialized in sexual trauma.
See?
And he
Told
was
you.
really able to help me process some stuff I went through as a child.
Told you.
But after finding out about my affair,
That explains the tats.
he became very controlling. So while I was going to therapy, I basically had to come home and report back to him everything that I had talked about or processed through. So I had no privacy. He had access to all my social medias. I actually had to delete my social media first.
You shouldn't be on social media in the first place if you're either in an LTR, and especially a marriage. Why are you on social media? Unless it's for your business or something like that. What are you, some kind of dating coach? No, your girl should not have a social media presence where she's uploading, revealing photos of herself. And look, even this chick doing her little TikTok here, wearing this top where her friggin' cleavage is just split right in front of us for the world to see.
6 months, and then when I got back on, I had to delete like half of my following and friends, and then he had my login. So for some reason, if someone messaged me, it would go first to his phone. I was completely isolated. But I gave up those freedoms because I had messed up.
She would have messed up again. Yeah.
And you have to realize that I didn't just betray him, I betrayed my own morals.
Your own morals? Honey, you don't have any morals. What are you talking about? You cheated on your husband, right?
I had never even cheated on a boyfriend before.
I find that hard to believe.
So I was processing all of this, and I felt extremely guilty. And I tried to not feel ashamed, because I know shame puts you in a spiral, and I was trying to just feel guilty so I could change my ways and process and make sure it never happened again. So March of 2020, I told him, hey, I need some more privacy. I need some space. I need to be able to have a girls' night.
Whoa. Yo. This is what I tell you guys, man. These former party girls, I haven't done one of those coaching videos in a while, but I used to always warn my dudes about former party girls, right? These girls who are always going to the clubs in their 20s, right? Leaving their boyfriends at home while they went out with their girlfriends to the club. And then in their 30s, they're like, I've had my fun. Time to settle down. I'm going to settle down with you, Mr. Beta Provider. I've had my fun, not going out with anymore, not talking to those bitches anymore. It's all just me and you, right? Then you put the ring on her finger, you have kids together, you buy the house, you commit to her, you invest in her, and then all of a sudden she's like, one day she wakes up, she's like, I'm kind of bored. Do you mind if I go out with the girls this weekend? I haven't seen them in so long. I need my fix. I need my fix. And then she's going to go out with him like she did. She went to Vegas with him, and then she just ends up cheating on you, right? Once a party girl, finish it. Always a party girl. Pound. Right? So, once a party girl, always a party girl. These girls will never change. Don't get involved in any type of long-term relationship with these chicks, fellas. These chicks are for the streets, man. They are for the streets. And look at her now. Even as she's trying to fix her relationship with her husband, she cheated. He doesn't trust her anymore, right? Which is fair. I could totally understand that. Like, he just doesn't trust you, right? I mean, that's a terrible feeling to give someone. It's like they can't trust you. It's like, and they love you at the same time. They can't function, right? They can't enjoy their lives because they're too busy watching you now, So here she is in the midst of all this, telling him that I need to be able to have a girls' night out. Hey, just stop with the girls' night out BS, okay? Just knock off the girls' night out, man. If you get married, sorry, no more girls' night out. No, I'm not sorry. No more girls' night out, okay? That's over, right? You're not going to the clubs anymore, not going to Cabo anymore, you're not going to trips to Vegas anymore. No, it's done, right? Unless we're going together. No, those days are over with. And if you want to act like you're still single, then go be single, right? But that's the problem with these chicks, these former party girls, these 304s, these chicks who are made for the streets. They want to be in a marriage. They want to be someone's wife, but they don't want to act, they don't want to act like your wife. They want to be your wife, but they still want to act single. They still want to hang out with their single girlfriends. It's not going to work, okay? I feel bad for the dude. I really do feel bad for the dude because she's talking about like he tried to get her to some religious thing, and come on, man. You don't marry a woman like this if you're religious. You're just going to drive yourself nuts.
I actually have the list of my demands that I was asking him for. It asked for criticism to be only once a week. It asked for privacy, so that way I could have conversations with my girlfriends, open and honestly. And I asked him to keep everything that was in our marriage between him and his therapist and one other friend.
Why does he have a therapist? I mean, this guy he doesn't need a therapist. He needs a pickup artist. He needs a red pill dating coach is what he needs. He needs a red pill community. You don't need a therapist, dude. That therapist is likely female because 99% of them are these days. And all she's going to do is shame you into doing whatever your broken wife here wants you to do.
Because at that time, he was running and telling his friends everything that I did, said, was doing anything. He agreed to my demands, and then COVID hit. So we were stuck in the house together for 6 weeks, right after I asked for space. But that wasn't the nail in the coffin. That came a year later when my dad went into cardiac arrest and was on life support for 10 days. And I'm going to have to go over it too, I'm sorry.
We know how this ends. Okay, next clip. Oops, I turned down the music here. Right. From the top.
I finally divorced my narcissistic husband.
Really?
He took the kids for me to show his dominance. When I started to love me, it became a problem because he lost control of me again, and my depression and anxiety took over what I thought backup and fought for my kids and happiness.
Okay, this chick is a complete psychopath, guys. Again, with these women who are claiming that their ex was the narcissist, one thing you guys will find out very quickly is once you date these women and you go on dates, and then say you ask about their ex, they'll tell you about what a narcissist he was. I will tell you right now, 99% of the time, the only narcissist that was in that relationship is the one that you're out on a date with. That chick, right? almost overwhelmingly, when the chick claims that her ex was a narcissist, she's self-projecting. She was actually the narcissist in that relationship. And I dare you to investigate further. And if you were to sit there and go, okay, well, what happened in your relationship that caused you to believe that he's narcissistic? Like, what did he do to you, and how did you react to that? How did you respond to that? And see what she tells you, right? And then also ask her, like, did you do anything to provoke him ever, or what was your, what was your role in this? And if she gets defensive or like, oh, what are you taking his side for? If she does anything like that, that tells you exactly everything you need to know. So here we have another chick. And by the way, narcissist. My ex was a narcissist. My ex-husband was a narcissist. When you ever hear these women say that, in womanese, what that means was I couldn't get what I wanted out of him. I couldn't get what I wanted from him, right? I couldn't get him, to be a complete slave to me. That's essentially that. Her definition of that. But she's saying her ex-husband was a narcissist, and this is their text here. And her ex, I read this, and I was just baffled by the fact that she called her ex a narcissist, because all he's saying here is he's telling her, just take the Jeep back at this point, because I can't make that payment. You already effed over my credit anyway. So he's telling her to take the Jeep because she effed over his credit. And then she says, you have credit because I helped you establish it for years. Your credit is fine. It is only down temporarily due to the amount on cards because of what we are going through right now. Once they get paid it down, it will go back up. Also down because we have 3 inquiries in the past 6 months. I made the payment so it wouldn't repossess a vehicle and you would be out of a vehicle. And then, he's in black over here. He's saying you have credit because he's saying he helped her establish credit over the years. Her credit is fine. It's only down temporarily because of what they're going through in their divorce. It will go back up. And he's saying, I made the payment for the Jeep so it wouldn't be repossessed. And so you, honey, would not be out of a vehicle. And then she says at the bottom here, Dustin, you managed to ruin my entire day. You are evil. You are the worst person ever, and I regret ever spending and wasting my time with you. The only good thing that came out of this was the kids. That you also took from me. So if you look at a response here, this is exactly the response of a narcissist. Somebody who lacks empathy, somebody who has zero self-awareness, and somebody who's just on a level of being a psychopath, right? That's essentially what she is. She's like essentially a sociopath here. And I did read the comments on this TikTok. I do remember reading the comments because I was kind of baffled by the fact she's calling this guy narcissist when clearly he was the one who was saying that he was trying to help her with a credit, and he made the payment on the Jeep anyway, just so she wouldn't be out of a vehicle. He could have been a dick about it and been like, nah, I'm not making that payment. Ha ha ha. They're going to repossess the car. You're going to have to Uber or take the bus everywhere. No, he made the payment so she wouldn't be out of a car. And yet she's calling him the narcissist. And then, and she's also saying you managed to ruin my entire day. Why? Because he's telling you that he tried to help you. And then she's saying you are evil. Self-projection. She's the one who's evil. You are the worst person ever. I regret spending and wasting my time with you. I feel bad for this dude. She is the narcissist. Who is the one on TikTok? Look at these photos. Who's taking the selfies of herself? He took the kids from me to show his dominance. No, honey, he took the kids from you because you are a sociopathic danger to yourself and the kids. Here she is. You could see it in the eyes, man. This chick is toxic. Bro. Look at it right here. These are the eyes, and this is the expression and the vibe of somebody who would file a false restraining order on you, call the cops on you, tell them that you're beating her or whatever, so they can file a false police report to get you in trouble. This is that type of chick right here. Right? Of course, that's my opinion, but that's my professional opinion. And then she talks about when I started to love me, it became a problem because he lost control. You know what? Guys don't freak out because you're starting to love yourself. Most guys just get turned off because, again, the fact that she can't even see that she is the only one who's being narcissistic here. I mean, with the selfies and talking about how she started to love herself. Honey, you have no problem there. Just like any of these modern women. Don't worry, in the loving myself and taking care of myself department, you guys are good. Trust me. You guys do everything for yourselves to no end. You make everything about you to no end. You could care less about anyone but yourself. So don't worry. The loving yourself part, you're good. And then she's taking more selfies here. I don't know why she's even taking this photo, pretending not to look at the camera. But I mean, and then she's like taking a photo of her little tattoo here. You gotta just see the expression on it. I mean, just the vibe that's just emanating from this chick. Her energy is just dark, man. Which is very common with these chicks who are toxic. These chicks who are toxic are definitely narcissistic. So I just feel bad for the husband, man. I really feel bad for that dude because he looks like a decent guy, and he didn't have to like pay the Jeep. He just looks really just weak and not able to stand up for himself, and she just ate him alive. What have I told you guys? When you show women weakness, all they will see is that blood in the water, and they will eat you alive. You think these women are going to throw you a line and like, oh my gosh, my baby, he's being so, in touch with his feelings, and I love it. No, she will eat you alive when she sees any hint of weakness, especially when it comes to a damaged woman. Oh man, I've seen these damaged females just do some really horrific things that are just really despicable to otherwise good guys who are just trying to be good to them. It really disgusts me, and I really hope they get their payback one day. All right, another narc. Okay, I divorced. Okay, she's obviously smiling, and these chicks are all smiling after their divorce. I notice, like, whenever dudes do these like TikToks after their divorce, these guys are not smiling. They're not dancing in front of the camera. They're not, taking selfies. These guys are literally really hurt, and they're almost always more concerned about the kids than anyone else, even beyond themselves. I mean, it's really sad to me that these women will just step on these good men like that and just destroy these guys that unfortunately don't have like this red pill knowledge or information yet. They're still very blue pill, so they're still kind of basking in a lot of this vulnerability and hurt and pain, suicidal thoughts, you name it. I just feel so bad for these guys, and they're not on TikTok smiling, dressing up, getting back on the dating apps, rebounding with the dude from work like these women are. So yeah, it's sad. But as always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below. As always, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out. Don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, smash that notification bell for me as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work, just jump into 7 months of mastery. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me, so take advantage of it. All you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.